Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/ProRevenge. In today's episode, I got revenge on my annoying neighbor. Why steal my shit when I could just give it to you? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. I got revenge on my annoying neighbor. I'm about to get revenge on my annoying neighbor. My family moved into this duplex almost a year ago with our landlord saying he was planning on kicking out the other tenant and turning the house back into a single-family unit. He wanted to kick her out since she hadn't paid her rent in almost a year, so obviously getting rid of the trash. He didn't do so before because that BS COVID law was still in effect but had only recently it up. This lady is old enough to have her own grandchildren but cannot keep a job, cannot afford anything of her own, and relies on her daughter and parents to pay her own bills. We know this because she screams over the phone to them about needing money, acting like a spoiled teenager and not the 50-plus-year-old adult she is. People have expressed having sympathy for her, don't. The neighbors on my other side have gotten her 2 jobs in the last year. She was fired from both for not showing up on time, no call no shows, and showed up to one while high. It's her own fault she doesn't have a job. After we moved in, the landlord went to file for eviction, but her parents ended up paying off her bill. Since someone is paying her rent, our landlord cannot break her lease and kick her out, so now we are stuck with her. She has a 2-year lease and he doesn't want to pay the fine for booting her before the lease is up. Since we have moved in, we have tried to be nice, not too loud, or let our kids get too rambunctious in the rooms where we share a wall. However, this woman every single day from noon till exactly 10 p.m. blasts the worst music I've ever heard. It honestly sounds like 2 cats dry humping while a frustrated gorilla pounds the bass. We have tried to ignore it, tried to ask her to turn it down, talked to her friends about the noise, spoken with the police, everything. Ignoring it would be fine if there wasn't 2 major issues. We have kids who are 4 and 2, they need their sleep and can't when she's doing this. And 2, last week was my last straw. She was blasting this cat in heat music so loudly that it actually shook pictures off our walls, not the walls we share, but walls on the other side of the house. Unfortunately, this caused a picture of my deceased grandfather to fall, break the glass, and tore the picture. I cannot replace that. I have given the picture to my mother, she knows someone who can and is currently fixing it. I usually work during the week and am home on the weekends, but I have this week off, so I get to finally give her a taste of her own medicine, without the wife and kids being caught in the crossfire. I've got my stereo and my biggest TV pointed directly at the shared wall, and I will be pressing play on both in just a few minutes. They are queued up for 10 hours of Rick Astley, Never Going to Give You Up. Since I have the rest of the week off, I plan on doing Baby Shark tomorrow. If anybody has any suggestions for Thursday and Friday, let me know. I plan to drive her nuts. Best part, if I go to my bedroom while the spouse is at work and the kids are at daycare, I can put on my headphones and not hear a thing. Okay, so here's what happens afterward. Day 1, Rick Astley, Never Going to Give You Up, from about 8:30 a.m. till noon. She, neighbor A/noisy neighbor, started knocking on my door every 5 minutes from 9 till about 10:30 when she started blasting Benny Benassi's version of Satisfaction on repeat. She knocked a few more times between then and noon. Played Baby Stark from 12:30 to 330. Got multiple knocks on the door, as well and knocking on our shared wall. Turned the music off at 330 before the family came home. She went back to her normal music at loud volumes until 10 p.m. Day 2:08 a.m. till 3 p.m. Baby Shark, played different versions of it as well as different languages. I think I can now sing that song in Spanish perfectly. Eight 8:30 a.m., neighbor, A, starts banging on the front door, and gets ignored, leaves after 5 minutes. 10 a.m. she comes back out to pound on the door for a solid 10 minutes, gets ignored, leaves shortly after. Starts playing her music again very loudly. 10:30 a.m. The neighbor on her other side, neighbor B, comes over and starts bashing on her, A, door. Screams her, B, head off at the neighbor, A, for being a disrespectful a-hole. Threatens to call the police. I turned my side down when I saw her, B, come up, but put the music back up when she left. That neighbor glared at me, which I deserve. At 11 noisy neighbor, A, puts her music back on but not as loud as before. She kept that up till 10 p.m. Day 3, put together a collection of the music y'all suggested. It was funny to me but even I was having a hard time staying sane. She, A, put hers on shortly after. Played that from 8:45 till noon when I got a knock on the door from the police. Apparently most of our other neighbors had called and harassed the police to come down. Spoke to them, asked about daytime ordinance which is 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. is fine for loud music and noises. I told him what was going on and informed him I would be keeping my music up until he did something about my neighbor, as well as informed him I've called them several times about her, so if he did I would lower mine. She told him to piss off you fat. And slammed the door on him. Yeah, real great language. But since this is a small town and the local cop is a pushover he just left. Played the music from 12:30 till 230 when a business owner I know from down the street, really nice old lady, knocked on my door and asked me to turn it down. She could hear it from the corner store at the end of the block and her customers didn't like it. I turned my music off, but again the noisy neighbor told her off, and kept going till 10 p.m. Day 4, Friday, some of y'all suggested Blasting Friday by Rebecca Black. So I did. That song is annoying AF but it worked. Started playing it at 830, and by 845 the knocking came. And then at 10 a.m. is when the sh*t hit the fence. She, A, started blasting her stuff again. The neighbor, B, on her side practically broke down her, A, door, screaming the entire time. Got her, A, music off. The cops came because someone called and said that neighbor, B, had broken into the noisy neighbor's house and was attacking her, A, which wasn't true. Noisy neighbor's friend called and made a false report. Dude flat out admitted to it in front of the cop. I did what I had to get you to get here. So he got arrested and taken away. For a pushover, the cops here really don't like false reports. Immediately noisy neighbor, A, starts blaming me for her friend getting arrested, started kicking my door, and actually opened my front door and walked into my living room. I was trying to ignore the kicking, but when she opened the door and walked in, there is now a knife mark on my door frame from where I missed her. I was meal prepping and getting ready to get lunch/dinner started. Had a knife in my hand when she walked in. Apparently this dumbass thought my wife had been the one messing with her, not me, and since she is taller than my wife, thought she could bully my wife into stopping. Flat out said that as she is backpedaling out of my side of the house. I don't put up with that shit, but I did get an earful from the wife when she got home over the knife hole. I lied and told her I was playing music while cooking and got too vigorous with my fist pumping, lost my grip on the knife on accident. I'm kinda a klutz so it fits. She would have killed me if I told her our neighbor broke in and I tried to kill her. I put the music back on around noon. She follows suit. 3 of my neighbors, the lady on her other side, B, the husband on my other side, C, and the one across the street, D, as well as 3 business owners from the end of the block all came to resolve this. B threatened to have a restraining order put in place, which would force her, A, to move. D threatened to make us disappear. He's not a good guy and probably would try. C told her to keep it down or he would inform the police of special circumstances she was doing. Owners A, nice old lady, B, owner of the local biker bar, and C, owner of the local hair salon, all said that they would be filing a lawsuit against us if it didn't stop. Apparently it was driving away some of their customers. I informed them of what's going on and her behavior. Everyone sided with me after explaining that I was only doing this to make her stop and would have no problem keeping it down after she either stopped or moved. Also pointed out that I routinely ate at the bar and shopped from the corner store and try to be pleasant when I and my wife are there. Both owners knew that, and were not really angry with me after explaining everything. Come to find out, apparently she, A, has been a real big pain in the ass to this area for quite some time, and they have had enough of it. She's stolen from the corner store, dined and dashed from the bar, as well as has been caught several times dumpster diving in their trash. And apparently she, A, has some vendetta against the owner of the salon and has tried to burn her place down on more than one occasion. She kept getting away with it because there was no clear evidence, but the salon owner knew it was her. She, A, got pissy with them, threatened to shoot them unless they got off the property, which I countered by inviting them to stay on our shared porch. She almost got violent until the neighbor, C, on my side told her in front of everyone. I do need to say that the neighbor's husband, C, is a very nice man who I've seen take a lot of crap from a lot of people and remained calm. Most of our neighborhood knows him as the nice old man who will give you the shirt off his back if you needed it. Like he goes out of his way to mow our grass when I'm not home because my wife has breathing issues when cutting grass. So when he says the following, all of us just kinda went silent. Listen here, C word. Either I don't hear a fing peep or note of music from you ever again, or I tell the police about your drug dealer friends and your prostitution. I've still got the text saved from when you offered yourself to me for money. Or the text where you needed money for coke. Just keep pushing your luck and nobody will have to deal with you. Now shut up. Did not see that one coming, but apparently while I'm out at work during the week, she has a lot of male friends that come over. Wife confirmed this. Guess she was using the music to cover up other noises from different activities. Putting the pieces together, the dude who made the false police report was a client and was in the middle of doing the dirty when the neighbor, B, disturbed them. I did not hear a thing from her side for the rest of Friday or today. Told my wife about what happened and the real reason why there was a knife mark in the wall this afternoon. And I was right. Wife got pissed at me, and she wanted me to go apologize to the noisy neighbor. Not doing that. But we compromised and instead I apologized to our surrounding neighbors. B and C are upset that I ruined their week but understand. D had some choice words for me, but he's a DCK on the best of days, so no loss there. Business owners all accepted my apologies as long as it doesn't happen again, but they all have the same lawyer who is building a case right now. They are waiting for her to slip up one more time before acting though. All in all, I may have ruined her life, but I don't give a crap about her and won't lose any sleep over it. Why steal my shit when I could just give it to you? My car was broken into. And then, after hearing about multiple break-ins in my neighborhood, on Nextdoor app, I installed a camera. Come to find out, it was my neighbor who broke into my vehicle. I had the video. So, I got on a website, I won't say which one, and ordered a box of dog sh*t to be delivered to their address. With it was a note that said, "Why steal my sh*t when I could just give it to you?" I think they got the message. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.